Hello and welcome to our Texas Rangers franchise here in MLB 23, the show. If you didn't catch last episode, go check it out. But we did sweep the Seattle Mariners, and we are on to the ALCS here today, taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. As we will take a look here at the roster, very pitcher heavy with Drew Rasmussen and Shane McClanahan as their two top pitchers. Yandy Diaz on the IL, very unfortunate. Their all-star first baseman. A couple of good pitchers there with Eflin coming out of the bullpen for them, actually. Jose Siri, Shane Baz, one of their young up-and-coming pitchers. We are here in Arlington, Texas to start Game 1. It'll be the 94-68 Tampa Bay Rays taking on the 109-53 Texas Rangers. Tampa Bay went to a Game 5 against Cleveland. So it'll be interesting to see how they hold up against the powerhouse that is the Texas Rangers. But the Rays are no stranger to playoff runs, as they were just here in Arlington a couple seasons ago. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. We just crossed 30 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you that takes your time to subscribe and like all the videos. And I can't thank you guys enough. On the mound for us in Game 1 is the veteran Clayton Kershaw, a 3.74 ERA this season. Hasn't pitched in the playoffs yet. His stats have been regressing a majority of the season, but we are hoping he can perform here in the playoffs, as there is one out in the top of the first, and Manuel Margot hits a line shot to Goldschmidt. He can't reel it in, throw to first, and he beats Kershaw to the bag. A one-out infield single. They're actually going to call it an error on Paul Goldschmidt. An absolute rocket off the bat, and that'll bring up Randy Arozarena. Kershaw lunging to his right, throw to Seager is a good one, on to first in time. A great double play started by the 36-year-old pitcher, and that is a very promising start from Clayton Kershaw. On the hill for the Rays will be Drew Rasmussen, the second highest rated pitcher on the staff. And the full count offering to Goldschmidt is high. So the Rangers will have a runner on here with two outs in the bottom half of the first. And that'll bring up Nathaniel Lowe and a 1-1 count. Rasmussen kicks and deals. And that is a high pop fly over to first base. And he will put it away. And that'll end the first. Both sides go quietly. We'll hop into the bottom of the second. A 2-2 count on Adolis Garcia. Still yet to hit his first playoff home run. But that's going to be a line shot back up the middle. And he'll have a leadoff single here to start the second. An absolute rope right back up the middle. 100-mile exit velocity. And all season long, he hasn't had a lot of power numbers, but his contact has been through the roof. And that'll bring up Josh Young, who struggled throughout the entire ALDS, posting a .083 average this postseason as he takes ball two there. He did hit a home run, and he's driven in 3, but we need to see that number go up throughout the lineup as he'll foul back a 12-6 curveball. Drew Rasmussen looking pretty good on the hill so far. Just the one mistake to Adolis Garcia. As that ball's going to be launched in the gap. Another mistake from Rasmussen. Young will round first. They're going to wave Garcia home, and he'll score easily. The Rangers take a Game 1 lead here off of an RBI double from Josh Young. And later in the same inning, it will be the rookie Evan Carter coming off an historic ALDS, hitting .636. And that ball is crushed. Deep right field. It is out of here! Evan Carter continues his historic playoff run and puts the Rangers up 3-0 in the ALCS. Evan Carter, the Rangers' top-rated prospect, didn't get the call-up all season long until Ezekiel Duran was on the shelf for about 2 to 3 months. And he has been forced to step up here in this playoffs, and he has not disappointed at any point. And a beautiful bat flip from Evan Carter puts the Rangers up, and now in the top of the third, Kershaw will face Joey Weimer, the Rays right fielder, I believe. And he'll come with the 1-2. That ball's driven into the gap. Garcia stops and just watches it fly, and the Rays are on the board here in the top of the third on a Joey Weimer home run. 398 feet to the deepest part of the park. It just got over that wall. And the Rays answer back quickly here. Weimer, coming over from Milwaukee in the middle of this season, has paid dividends here in the ALCS. Now in the top of the third, and Kershaw in some trouble, as that'll be a weak fly ball. Taveras is under it, and he'll throw into third, but no runners tagging. So that'll be the first out, and they have 2 on with Manuel Margot coming up. The 1-1 from Kershaw. Swung over top of a circle changeup. A great pitch from Clayton Kershaw, and Jonah Heim agrees. And now the 1-2. Taken inside. Kershaw's fastball all the way down to 92 miles an hour. But that's okay, as long as he can work his command. As that's on the ground to Simeon. Flips to Seager on to first in time, and Kershaw works out of the early jam. But Joey Weimer does put the Rays on the board. Jumping ahead to the bottom half of the fifth, it is Drew Rasmussen on the hill. But Marcus Simeon drives that ball the other way to the wall and jumps, and he can't reel it in. Marcus Simeon, with his second playoff home run of the season, puts the Rangers ahead even further. It is 4-1. Here in Game 1, you didn't expect anything else from this offense. If you saw in the last episode, they crushed the Mariners pitching, and it's no different here against the Rays. Now another Rangers top prospect, Jack Leiter, will be on the hill here. He got the call up earlier in the year as he gives up a 2-out single to Randy Arozarena. But Jack Leiter looks to be a huge part of this Rangers team going forward, as Paredes will step in the box now, 3-1, and he'll drive one the other way. That's going to be down the line, and 1 run will score. Garcia's throw in, they're going to wave the second runner around. Simeon's throw home is in time. A perfect relay from the Texas Rangers keeps it a 2-run game. Now in the bottom of the seventh, Taveras up, and he lines one into the gap. Siri trying to track it down. He can't. It one hops over the wall. So it's a 1-out double for Leody Taveras. And I'll bring up Simeon, who's already gone deep once in this game, facing Shane Baz. And that ball's going to be on the ground. Franco ranging to his right with the throw to first. Taveras didn't stop running. He's safe at the plate. What heads-up base running from Taveras, as Franco was ranging way into the outfield grass, and Simeon legs out an infield single. And look at Taveras heads up running, and they can't throw him out at the plate. So now it's 5-2 with Matt Moore on. And Matt Moore starts the 8th with a walk. And I'll bring up Randy Arozarena in a 1-1 count. And that ball's roped into deep left field, and it hits off the middle of the wall. Carter throws it in. They're going to hold the runner at third. And Matt Moore in some trouble here in the 8th as the Rays have nobody out, and the tying run coming to the plate. The Rangers will go to Aroldis Chapman, who's having a very successful postseason so far. And Brendan Lau into center field. It's going to be deep enough to score the run. Taveras will throw into third, and Arozarena is tagging to third, and he's in there. So the tying run will still be at the plate here with just 1 out in the 8th inning. It'll be Isaac Paredes, who is 2 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be on the ground to Simeon. He thought about going home, but he'll just flip to first. But the Rays make it a 1-run game here in the 8th. Now we are top 9 as Wander Franco walks a 5-pitch walk. So the tying run for the Rays is over at first. And Margot shows bunt early. That's going to be on the ground to Goldschmidt, and he just makes the tag. So now Wander Franco over at second is the tying run. And rounding up Randy Arozarena. Either Franco or Arozarena, definitely the most threatening Rays hitter as he takes strike 2 now. He is 2 for 4 on the day already. And the 1-2 from Kimbrel is a check swing, but he can't hold up. Strike 3 called on Randy Arozarena. And that'll bring up Brandon Lau as the last hope for the Tampa Bay Rays. And he takes ball 2. Way too high. And now Kimbrel with the 2-1. Right down the middle, it is strike 2, and the Rays are down to their final strike here in game 1. And a check swing can't hold up. Back-to-back check swings that don't hold up, and the Rangers hang on to win here 4-5 in game 1. As Jack Leiter, Craig Kimbrel, Roldis Chapman all pitched fantastic. Kershaw pitched well too. Matt Moore tried to give the game away as both teams had 10 hits aside. But a very successful game 1 here for the Texas Rangers. We are back here at Globe Life Field for Game 2 of the ALCS after the Rangers captured Game 1. 5-4 was the score. The Rays trying to take one here in Texas. It'll be Jacob deGrom on the hill for the Rangers and Tyler Glasnow for the Rays. Jacob deGrom had a fantastic start in the ALDS, going 8 1/3, only giving up 2 hits. As Randy Arozarena is in, and he'll swing at a fastball at 100 miles an hour, and he'll go down for a 1-2-3 inning. And now in the top of the second, they do have a runner on for Luke Raley, as that is a ball low. So it's a full count here for deGrom, and that's way high, having some command trouble with his fastball. So there'll be 2 on and nobody out for Paredes, as Mike Maddox is out there to talk to deGrom, doing the signature shoulder grab that Mike Maddox always does. And so a 1-1 count to Paredes. And he'll swing over top of a changeup. A beautiful pitch there from deGrom. Already at 31 pitches here in the second inning, as that ball will be fouled off. A 90-mile-an-hour slider. 381 average for Paredes here in the playoffs. As that's going to be a flare into right field, and it's just foul. That could have been a lot of trouble for the Rangers. So we'll tee up the 1-2 again. And that's a curved ball that misses way inside. So the count is even at 2. And now another ball, a slider that got away from him. Kyle Manzardo on deck. And a fastball inside again, 101, but he can't command it. And now the bases are loaded for Kyle Manzardo. And Jack Leiter will get warm along with Josh Spores. The 3-1 count to Manzardo. Swings over it, a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, so now a full count offering. And that ball is crushed deep right field. Garcia just looks up at it, and it's a grand slam in the top of the second for Kyle Manzardo. 406 feet, his second postseason home run, puts the Rays up 4-0 early in Game 2. deGrom's fastball finally found the zone, but it was middle, and Manzardo did not miss. A rough start here for Jacob deGrom, and Manzardo just pimped that over the right field wall. Now in the top of the third, it is still Jacob deGrom at 67 pitches. And a check swing will be held up there. So another fastball misses the zone, and now a 2-1 count. And now low with a drive. Deep right field. If it stays fair, it's way gone. And they're going to call it over the foul pole. It is a home run for Brandon Lau. Couldn't tell if it was going to hook over the foul pole or not. And they say it goes right over top of it. Let's get a look here on the replay. And yeah, I guess it goes right over there. And the Rangers are down 5-0 here in the sixth. Glasnow just over 100 pitches. And that ball's crushed. It's a home run fest here in Texas. Corey Seager into the bullpen. Unfortunately for the Rangers, their first home run here tonight out of the 3-hit total. But 420 feet off the bat of Corey Seager is a good way to chip away at the lead. And now into the bottom half of the ninth, it's Pete Fairbanks up with 2 outs, facing Marcus Semien. And the 1-2, taking 101 way out of the zone though. Pete Fairbanks, former Ranger. And he'll come set and deliver the 2-2. And Semien just fouls that one straight back. Rangers still fighting their last strike, but it looks like the Rays will hold on and win here as he kicks the 2-2 again, and that's going to be popped up to Franco over at shortstop. And the Rays will hold on to win 5-1. A very commanding victory, just the one mistake from Glasnow. A really rough start from DeGrom. He went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 walks, and 5 runs. Jack Leiter was very impressive when he came in, though. He pitched 3 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. Leiter and Carter both having very impressive postseason runs, but unfortunately for this game, the Rays will tie up the series at 1 game apiece. This series takes us to Tampa Bay, Florida, as we are in the trot for Game 3. As you can see, the presentation of this game is incredible. Still Wander Franco getting ready for the Rays. The Rays will trot out their ace, who has looked very impressive in his 2 starts this postseason, going 14 innings and 15 strikeouts. He does give up 11 hits so far, though. McClanahan has a 1-2 count on Marcus Semien. And kicks and deals. And Semien goes the other way. That's going to be extra bases potentially. Weimer trying to get it in quick. Semien takes the turn. A head-first slide and a throw off the line will be good enough for a leadoff double for Marcus Semien. And now Corey Seager coming. A 1-1 count to him. Hitting .238 this postseason, but it's been very productive, and that'll continue. Down the line, it's going to be extra bases for Seager. Semien scores. The throw to second is in time to get Seager. But the Rangers do take a 1-0 lead. Now jumping ahead to the top of the third, still against McClanahan. That's going to be a little bloop shot into center for a base hit for Leody Taveras. A weak flare off the handle, but it's good enough to get him on to first. Semien will come up to the dish now with a runner on first. And he crushes one deep left field. It's going to get out of here in a hurry. Scrapes over the fence there, but the Rangers are up 3-0. Off of Marcus Semien's 3rd home run this postseason. He cashes in Taveras' flare into center. And just a line shot over that wall. And now Nathan Eovaldi up. He has looked fantastic in this start so far, as he misses a fastball there. Count goes 2-1. And Eovaldi kicks and deals. And that's going to be a little flare into right field. Garcia trying to track it down, and he will make the running catch. And oh no, Nathan Eovaldi. He's holding his arm, and he's going to be out of this game. And he could be shelled for quite some time, it says. So the Rangers will turn to John Gray out of the bullpen. He hasn't pitched yet in the postseason, but he is on here. He pitched 200 innings for the Rangers, giving up a 3.34 ERA. And now a 1-2 count to Wander Franco. That's going to be fouled off into the seats. John Gray didn't have any time to warm up, so we'll see how he performs here. But he'll deliver the 1-2 again. And it's another fly ball. This one could stay in the park. Garcia lays out and makes an incredible catch. Adolis Garcia diving into that right field wall. What a play. Adolis Garcia showing off the glove work. And now we will jump all the way to the bottom of the 9th, where Craig Kimbrell is on. It is still 3-0. And Joey Weimer will take strike 2 on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And now he swings at a knuckle curve. Strike 3. Craig Kimbrell sits one down, and now it's Randy Arozarena with a 1-2 count. He stares at strike three. A fastball hits the corner, and very quickly there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Kimbrell comes with the 1-1. That's on the ground, but just foul. So now 1-2 count to Lau, and another foul ball on the knuckle curve. We will tee it up one more time. And a swing and a miss. Craig Kimbrell strikes out the side in the bottom of the 9th. And the Rangers take a 2-1 lead here in the ALCS off the back of an amazing performance from John Gray. He struck out 9 after coming in for Eovaldi. We are back in Tampa Bay for Game 4 of this series. The Rangers are up 2-1. And former Ranger Jeffrey Springs will be on the hill. He pitched great in his 1 appearance so far. 7 innings, 6 strikeouts. And on the hill for the Rangers, it'll be Luis Severino, who pitched even better, going 9 innings, giving up 2 hits and striking out 10. We are in the bottom of the 2nd with a runner on first. And Luke Raley is up. And the 2-1 from Severino is on the ground. That's going to be a fair ball. It's into the bullpen on the right field side. The throw in, they're going to hold the runner at third. They thought about sending him home. But Severino in some early trouble here. Nobody out, and runners at second and third. Just a slicing line drive that stays fair long enough. And now Paredes up looking to cash those runners in. And he hits one on the ground to Simeon. His only play is at first, so the Rays will take an early 1-0 lead. And now in the bottom half of the 5th, still no runs for the Rangers. And Severino will walk Wander Franco. And another spot where Joey Weimer could do some damage. Another Rangers pitcher having a lot of control issues was Luis Severino here. But now Jack Leiter will come on. He's had a very impressive postseason run so far. And Joey Weimer can't hold up on the slider. He goes down swinging. So now 1 out for Randy Arozarena. The 2-1 from Jack Leiter is missed outside. It's ball 3. Leiter can't walk the bases loaded. And another swinging strike at a fastball that would have been ball 4. So now a full count offering from Leiter. Hit on the ground, but it'll be foul. Would have been a tough play for Josh Young. And now the full count offering once again. A slider low, ball 4, and the bases will be loaded again for the Tampa Bay Rays. 3-1 count. Lined into center, Taveras tracking back. He's under it, and it'll be plenty deep enough to score the run. And they are up 2-0 now in the bottom of the 5th. Now Simeon trying to get something going here in the top of the 6th. Springs still on the hill, and that ball is crushed. Deep left field. He will continue his masterful postseason performance. Marcus Simeon with his 4th postseason home run, 428 feet, 107 miles off the bat. An absolute missile from the All-Star second baseman, and the Rangers have this game within 1 run. Marcus Simeon continues to come through in the big moment for these Texas Rangers. As you can see, him just absolutely knew it off the bat. And now we are in the bottom of the 8th as Randy Arozarena sends one back up the middle for a leadoff single. Jose Leclerc on the hill for the Rangers. And that'll bring up Brandon Lau now. And taking off is Randy Arozarena, and that ball's in the gap. Garcia trying to relay it in quickly, but the run will score in plenty of time. They take a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. We jump ahead to the top of the 9th with Jason Adam trying to close out the Rangers. He does have 2 outs already, and Josh Young at the plate. And that's a little flare over the pitcher's mound. It's going to be a tough play for Lau. Flip to first in time. The Rays take game 4 with a score of 3-1. And Severino went 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, but he did give up the 2 runs. And Leclerc gave up the 1 run off of 2 hits. An unfortunate loss here as Jeffrey Springs went 5 1/3 with only giving up the 1 run and struck out 4. A very impressive day from Springs. We are set for Game 5 action from Tampa Bay. Game 5, some people deem the most important game of the series, as whoever wins tonight will have a 1-game lead going into the final 2 games, possibly 2 games, as Drew Rasmussen is on the hill once again for the Rays, and so is Clayton Kershaw, as he has a 2-2 count to Wander Franco, and that's going to be a bloop into center field. Tavares trying to track it down. He dives, can't make the catch. Wander Franco heading for second to throw in time. Tavares couldn't make the diving catch, but he does throw out Franco, trying to extend his hit into a double. And now Margot will be up with a 1-2 count, and he launches this one into left field. Carter can't track it down. It's going to be a 1-out double. Clayton Kershaw giving up lots of contact here early on. The Rays are in business with a 1-out double. And later in the first, the Rays already out 1-0 as Paredes swings over top of a curveball. Runner is at third. That is Randy Arozarena. Now Paredes fighting off a fastball way high. So we'll tee up the 1-2 again. He comes set, and the pitch. And that's going to be up the middle. The Rays take a 2-0 lead here in the first. A disastrous start to the game if you're the Rangers. And you couldn't be any happier if you're a Rays fan here. That'll bring up Francisco Mejia. And that one's going to be in the gap. Tavares trying to cut it off, but he can't. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. The run scores Mejia onto third, but he'll pump the brakes. A 3-0 start here in the first inning. Jumping ahead to the bottom of the second, it's Kyle Manzardo, who hit the grand slam off of Jacob deGrom. But he is up in a 3-1 count with Jose Siri on deck. Kershaw delivers the 3-1. And he misses low with a fastball at 89 miles an hour. The velocity is down. The control isn't there. So the Rangers will get some bullpen work going. Leiter and Matt Moore both warming up. And Jose Siri up with a full count. And that's on the ground. It's going to be a base hit through the left side. Carter comes up throwing, but he is in there in plenty of time. And so now there's 2 on and nobody out. And now Wander Franco. And he'll take strike 1 there low. And now 1-2. And it's a ball. Slider almost hit him in the ankle. And the 2-2. Hit back up the middle. Kershaw gloves it. Throw to Seager in time. Throw to Goldschmidt also in time. A beautifully turned double play from the Rangers. And that's exactly what Kershaw needed to try to get out of this inning. A slow dribbler back to Kershaw. Perfectly played. And now Margot is up with the runner at third. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. No, Simeon stops it. Throw to first. Not in time, though. A great effort played from Marcus Simeon, but the Rays are up 4-0. And now Marcus Simeon up, and he lines one into center. Siri dives, can't make the catch. It's going to be a 1-out single here for Marcus Simeon. Both center fielders laying out, couldn't make the catch. And that was a 1-2 count on the shortstop, Corey Seager. He kicks and deals. And that ball is crushed deep right field. You can kiss it goodbye. Corey Seager cuts this lead in half. It's 4-2. His third postseason home run goes 420 feet, 111 miles off the bat. An absolute line shot. Now in the 6th inning, Yonny Chirinos on the hill to face Josh Young. Chirinos kicks and deals. That ball is smashed into left field. over the head of Arozarena. And he'll hold up at first base and retreat. That is the hardest hit single you might see all year. But Josh Young is on first. And Evan Carter up with a chance to tie this game. And he fouls off a sinker there. What a story Evan Carter has been. And a chance to continue that story here in a 2-2 count. Chirinos comes in and the pitch. Ball is crushed! Deep right field! It's gone! Evan Carter continuing his historic playoff run. His third home run this postseason. He only got called up like a month ago. Goldschmidt and Seager can't believe it, but this game is tied. He got a pitch to hit and did not miss it. I don't know if there has been a rookie called up in September that has had this much impact in the playoffs. Now we go bottom 9 with Brock Burke on the hill. He kicks and deals. And Mejia puts a drive into this one. And the Rays walk it off. The first batter in the bottom half of the 9th, Francisco Mejia, will take the Rays home happy as they take a 3-2 lead here in the ALCS. Josh Young, I don't know what he's clapping about, but Francisco Mejia has a lot to clap about, and the Rays bombard him at home plate as they will try to cash another trip to the World Series by winning one more game in Arlington. Brock Burke just left that pitch middle, and Mejia did not miss it. The Rangers will have their backs against the walls in Game 6. Thankfully, like I said, it is back in Arlington. But let's see how this team responds to some adversity. Down 3-2. After a brutal loss in Game 5, we are finally back in Arlington for Game 6. The Rangers looking to stay alive and force a Game 7. And to help them do that, hopefully, will be Jacob deGrom, coming off a really rocky start where he gave up 4 runs. He is looking to bounce back today as he has a full count here against Randy Arozarena with 2 outs. And he will miss another fastball. His velocity is way down at 97 miles an hour on the 2-seam. And a 2-1 count will be popped up to left field. Evan Carter is under it. So the walk not doing any damage. And we will head to the bottom of the first. On the mound for the Rays will be Tyler Glasnow, who pitched very effectively against this Rangers lineup last time out. Paul Goldschmidt on with a 3-1 count. He flies this one into left field. It's going to die before the warning track, though. Arozarena, plenty of room to put it away. So a scoreless first inning for both sides. We will jump ahead to the top of the third where Wander Franco has a 1-1 count against Jacob deGrom. And he'll foul that one off into the seats. deGrom at 50 pitches already. And the 1-2. It's going to be laced into the gap, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Rounding first, digging for 2 is Franco. The throw in will hold him at a double. He thought about going to third. But it's a 2-out double for Wander Franco. Rays have a runner in scoring position for Joey Weimer, who's had a pretty successful series against the Rangers, and it continues here. A 2-run shot. Carter knew it off the bat. And Joey Weimer proves to be a very valuable acquisition for the Rays here as he puts them up 2-0 here in Game 6. 389 feet off the bat. And now Marcus Semien in the bottom of the third. A 2-1 count against Glasnow. And that ball's going to be crushed. It's in deep left field. over the head of a Rosarena. He can't reel it in. It's going to be a 2-out double for Marcus Semien as his impressive postseason run continues. Leading the Rangers in almost every category. That ball looked like it had a chance, but it died at the wall. And now Corey Seager, the tying run at the plate. And that's through the right side of the infield. They're going to wave Semien home. Weimer's throw. Not in time. The Rangers cut the lead in half. It's 2-1. Another piece of clutch hitting from Corey Seager on that base hit. We are in the bottom of the fourth now, and a full count to Adolis Garcia, and he will work a walk. And now Josh Young will come up hitting 187 this postseason. A 2-2 count against Glasnow. Glasnow with 71 pitches already. That's going to sneak through. A diving Franco can't make the play, and everybody is safe. 2 on and only 1 out. They're going to rule it a base hit. And who else would you want up in this situation but Evan Carter? The 1-1 misses for ball 2. Carter can continue to write himself into the history books here. And a 2-1 from Glasnow inside, and now it's 3-1 with Jonah Heim on deck. Carter can't try to do too much, just take what's given to him. And a 3-1. That's going to be roped into the gap. Lau can't make the catch. 1 run is in. Carter to second, Young to third, and the Rangers tied in the fourth on an RBI double from Evan Carter. What can't he do? One of the clutchest hitters in this Rangers lineup continues to come through in the biggest moments. And now Jonah Heim will try to take a lead here for the Rangers. 2 on and only 1 out. As he hits one to second base, Lau only has a play to first, and the Rangers will take a 3-2 lead. We jump ahead here with Jack Leiter on the hill. The full count offering is swung on and missed, and Leiter strikes out Jose Siri to end the 5th. And now we will jump bottom 8. Rangers still lead 3-2 with a runner on first. And that's going to sneak through the right side of the infield. Goldschmidt will hold at second. And the Rangers have 2 on and only 1 out for Adolis Garcia. Shane Baz with the 1-1. He kicks and deals. That's going to be over the head of Weimer. 1 run scores. They're going to wave home low in the late stop sign. El Bombi comes through with an RBI double to extend the lead here to 2. A great piece of hitting going the other way. And now Josh Young is up, and they will intentionally walk Josh Young. 1 for 3 on the day. He's had a rough postseason, but they're going to want the force out instead. And who else would come up in this spot but Evan Carter? 1 out. Bases loaded, up by 2 in Game 6. Carter on the ground, but it's foul. This has been a storybook postseason for Evan Carter. But he does have 2 strikes on him. Boz kicks and deals. Carter with a rope to deep center. Margot is under it, but it will be plenty deep enough to score the run. And now Garcia hung up in between second and third. The tag down is in time, but the Rangers extend the lead to 2-5, looking to force Game 7. Craig Kimbrell did clean up the 8th inning, and he is on to close it in the 9th. As this fastball misses, it's 2 balls, 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. And another ball misses, it's 3-1 with Brandon Lowe on deck. Did he go? They said he did. It's now a full count. Craig Kimbrell just 3 outs away from sending this series to Game 7, but he does walk Randy Arozarena to start the 9th. A 1-2 count to low, and that's a screamer up the middle. Seager dives but can't make the play. Arozarena to third, the throw in. Not in time, and the Rays have runners at the corners. And the tying run will come to the plate. The Rangers will pull Kimbrel and go to Clayton Kershaw. Definitely an odd choice as he has struggled this postseason. He is back in the count, a full count now. Runner still at the corners. And that ball is in the seats foul. We'll load up the full count offering once again. And he hits Luke Raley in the elbow. I'm not sure what David Ross was thinking going to Kershaw here, but the Rangers are in trouble here in the top of the ninth. Nobody out still. And that's on the ground. Flip to Simeon. On to Goldschmidt, a double play. Now there's 2 outs and the tying run at the plate. But the hopes of Rangers fans everywhere looking for a Game 7 get a little bit easier. And now Manzardo fouls off a pitch. It's 1-2 now. With 2 outs, just 1 strike away. He looks at a slider way out of the zone. And the 2-2. Another foul ball. Kershaw comes set again. This one flied out to Carter. And we will see a Game 7 here in the ALCS. The Rangers hold on in a crazy 9th inning to escape with a win. DeGrom pitched well in Game 6. He gave 3 hits but struck out 5. Jack Leiter went 2 2/3, 0 hits and 3 strikeouts. But it'll be all hands on deck when we have a Game 7, and that'll be in the next episode. So I hope you guys will join me, and don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.